Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel Saira's Creations, and I trust God you all are doing great. Today I'm here with another beautiful project. As we know, we are into fall season and I decided to share another interesting fall project with you all. Today I'm going to teach you how to create this bubble mesh reef. This project is very easy, quicker to do, and I am going to teach you easiest way to create this gorgeous reef. This project only cost me $5. All items are from Dollar Tree store. These wreaths are good for decoration, not only for your own house, you can give to your friends or families as well. Before heading down to the project, if you're new to my channel, just go ahead and subscribe. You're gonna learn here sewing, cooking and DIY projects. So let's go ahead and start it. Recordings which I was doing, my mic was off, so that's why I'm doing a overlap voice on my video. So for this project we are using a Dollar Tree mesh orange and two red mesh rolls. Then I have the twist ties you can use, but I'm using a cable ties. I have Dollar Tree flowers too. That was optional if I could use it, but I will think later if I can. Then I have a mesh tube which is also from Dollar Tree store and a reframe, and I have also this beautiful ribbon which carrying a beautifully fall colors. I will see if I will be able to use this or not, but it's good to have everything which you have already in your store and you can play them together. If they work, you can use them. If not, that's okay, you can use for next projects. And then on other hand, I also have the cutter for cutting those cable ties. So the simple trick which I'm going to use, I'm using my orange in the center and the red on the sides, and I'm trying to play all three colors together, my three meshes together, to create the easiest way rather than doing them one by one. I wanted to make it simple, so simply I'm just going to gather the start of my mesh. Okay, these reefs are so much fun, and you can use the same technique and create a different season reefs. So just to gather the beginnings of your mesh, red, and then pick orange, and then I'm again doing red, so my orange mesh will be stay in the center, but make sure your mesh stay nicely bubbly. You have to keep them even, and just take one section and use cable ties to tie them up. So my frame have a 6 sections, and my plan is I'm going to do 2 sections, 2 bubbles in each section, so the total we will get the 12 bubbles with the 6 sections. Okay, which will give us enough fluffiness in our reef. And also I have a tied in the center of 2 string we have in my reef frame. So make sure your mesh is flattened from the center, and then where you are grabbing it, then gather them together from that area where you're gonna tie them together. Okay, And see how beautifully the bubble look. And now we're just going to tie on top of this. And especially I'm using a matching cable ties, so I'm not worried about to chop them up or trim them because they're gonna look nice matching with this wreath. Okay, once you know what's the process is, once you know how to make those bubbles, the rest of wreath making is the easiest process. So again, I'm going to show you just straightening up your mesh, okay, and then gather them the area where you want to tie. So I'm sure this mesh will be enough to cover full frame, and if I will have a little bit of extra, I will just play around and covering up those spaces which will be left behind. And here we are preparing our second bubble. Okay, and as you can see, we just have completed our first section with the two beautiful bubbles. So now I'm keep repeating the rest of the process in a full frame, means I'm going to make 10 more bubbles in 5 more sections, and then I will be back and I will show you how to use that mesh tube in between those bubbles to create more fluffiness. Stay tuned. So here we are almost making our last bubble, and it looks so pretty. All those two colors came out so nicely together. And I'm just making a last one bubble, and after that, as you can see, I still have some mesh in those three rolls left, which I'm just going to making like a little bubbles on each section to bring more fluffiness, you know. So the outer red one I'm going to wrapping around outer side, and that will be just on a half of side, and the inside red mesh I'm also bringing on other side of outer side, so I can cover other half of the reef side to create little extra puffiness. And the orange one I will be just using inside to create 5 small bubbles, which just filling the gaps. And I'm amazed, even it's a mesh, but it's covered well. You hardly can see the frame on the back. Alright, so now it's time to use our mesh tube, which is very simple. I'm just going to tie in center of the, you know, the frame wire, and then I'm just going to move around with each bubble, you know. We'll see wherever I can fit in, and creating this loop around my reef, just to bring more fluffiness, you know, wherever I see little space. This process is very easy, and I'm sure you can easily do that. If you watch my the 4th of July reef, I also have used same Dollar Tree mash rolls, and also the mesh tube, and that reef had got so many compliments from so many people. I will put link in the description box so you can also learn that one. But those meshes I didn't use for the bubbles. I had used to make up petals, you know. I still use that reef from you know, couple years, and it's still perfect. And look at this, how nicely our reef came out. And I even didn't trim out those cable ties because they are in orange color and they goes perfect with that. If you really get inspired by our today Wreath project, please give this video big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends so many people can learn about sewing, cooking, and DIY projects. If you go to my channel and playlist, I already have teach a bunch of wreath making videos, and I have separated all those videos in a one playlist, wreath making with Saira. So just go there and click, and you're gonna learn all the seasonal wreaths there. Even I have a bunch of fall wreaths making videos there. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all love and support, which means a lot. I love you all. God bless you all. Be safe wherever you are, and have a lovely, fabulous day. Bye bye.